Brad Rourke. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of In the Band, which you can find on the web at intheband.bradrourke.com. So, I'm not a guitar instructor, and I don't know very much, but I'm just a guy who is, old enough to know better, and I taught myself to play guitar. And like a lot of guys and women also, of a certain age, that is an adult with a family, I'm impatient. I want to learn things right away, and I want to be good enough to have fun right away. I don't like. I never was good at golf because it's too hard for me to figure out how to play it, and I never had fun. I didn't get through the learning curve. So with guitar, it was really important to me that I learn how to play songs right away, and so I did a lot of reading and beforehand, and then when I finally got the guitar, I actually went my own path. So I'm gonna show you what you should try to do in your first week if you want to play songs that you know. I love Americana songs, and I love rock and roll. I'd heard that you're supposed to learn like the E chord because lots of songs are in E or in A. I ended up learning 3 chords to start with, and they've suited me well ever since. It's D, A, and G, and here's how they sound, and then I'll talk about them for just a second. D, A, and G. Very simple. D, A, G. Now, there's a whole music theory about how chords relate to one another, and I'm going to go into that later in another episode when I talk about how you write songs. But just all you need to know is these are 1, 4, and 5. D is the 1, G is the 4, and A is the 5. Tons, like 70% of songs out there are based on the 1, 4, and 5 chords. Like blues is 1, 4, 1, 5, and every scale can, there's a 1, which is the root note of the scale. So if you're in a C scale, C is the 1. There's a 4 and there's a 5. There's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 actually. But so here's how you play these chords, and the first one is a D, okay? And you just need to figure out where to put your fingers and strum until you can hear it. So the D is on the little E string here, 2nd fret. Use your middle finger. And then with your ring finger on one string up, which is the B string, you fret that at the 3rd fret. And then with your pointer finger down here, you're on the 2nd fret of the G string, which is the 3rd string from the bottom when you're looking down here. I'm assuming you're right-handed. If you can, you're only supposed to play the 4 top strings. These 2 upper, these big beefy strings here, you don't play them in this chord. What I usually do, because I'm frantic, I'll wrap my thumb around and I'll mute these top strings, which is why I like a teeny little neck. That's a D. Okay, now the other easy chord here, and that's pretty easy, you can figure that out. Okay? Ring finger, or you're flipping the bird finger, 2nd fret, down on the high E, ring finger on the 3rd fret, and then the pointer finger back on the 2nd fret, and you play these 4. Okay? The A chord is super easy. You're supposed to strum all but the biggest strings, so it's these 5 strings. And what you do is you fret on the 2nd fret the B string, the G string, and the D string, which are if you're counting up from the bottom, up from this high one, it's the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th up. Okay? Some people use their fingers. If you have teeny hands like me, Other people just use their finger and sort of let this one here, you try and bend your finger so it plays. If it gets muted, life goes on. Because we're playing rock and roll, right? It doesn't have to sound perfect. That's an A. That's an A too. This is how I play it. Then the G, sort of the hardest one, but actually once you get it, it feels really good. Pointer finger on the A string, which is the second to biggest, up at the top here. You're flipping the bird finger on the third fret of the biggest, which is the E string, the low E, which is the top one when you're looking down. And then your ring finger down here on the other E, third fret. So actually, the low E and the high E are the same note, different octaves. You're playing actually the same note. Each of these is a G note. Okay, so you've got your D, your A, and your G. And like half of the songs you know, whether you're into rock and roll or whether you're into Americana or into folk, they're gonna be D, A, and G. And here's an example. Here's Social Distortion's Ball and Chain. Oh, it's been 10 years and 1,000 tears. Look at the mess I'm in. C, it's the D, A, G, back to D. And another one, if you don't have this book, you should get it because all your favorite songs are in here. It's called Rise Up Singing. And just find a... Alright, so here's a song by Woody Guthrie, Hard Ain't It Hard. There's a ton of songs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, there's like 12 songs on this spread. Like half involve D, G, and A. So here's Hard Ain't It Hard, which is a classic song by Woody Guthrie, and we do it in the band in the West End. It's one of our favorite songs. So it's a G, D, A, D, G, D, A, G. Oh, it's hard, ain't it hard, ain't it hard, G. Loved one who never did love you, A. Hard, ain't it hard, ain't it hard to God. Loved one who never did love you. D, 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 G, 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 D, 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 A. D, 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 G, 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 D, 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 A, D. It's like every song is like D, G, D, A, D, G, A, D, or D, A, D. So once you learn these chords, just play around with them and you're going to just start hearing like tunes, right? Maybe you'll start with an A and go to the D. You'll figure out which one of these is your most comfortable one. And you can play a bunch of songs. So like within a week, you're going to be playing like 2 songs that you know, that you recognize, that you can sing. And I'm telling you, once you're down that path, it's like the sky's the limit. Next time, I'm going to show you some other chords that are very useful, like the C, the A, the E, maybe the A minor. But for now, if you just learn these 3 chords, you are playing tunes. So thanks for tuning in. Brad Rourke at In the Band, and Godspeed.